What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. If there's one thing you need to know about me, it is that I love snacking. And today I thought it would be fun to show you guys my top snack ideas. My favorite thing to do is to take recipes that I grew up eating and convert them to just healthier vegan versions. Nowadays there are so many substitutes available that there's no reason you should have to cut out your favorite foods. Whether you're already vegan, plant-based, or if you eat meat and you're just looking to maybe make your meals a little bit healthier, this video is packed with snack ideas that I hope you enjoy. So this first recipe has got to be the easiest thing in the world, and I have to give my friend Michaela a huge shout out because she makes these all the time, and I actually stole this recipe from her. So I've never actually done this with a regular blender. I use a Vitamix, but I'm sure you can use any high-powered blender. I'm actually not sure why I didn't add the chia seeds. Looking back now, I feel like that might have been easier. Your blender is not going to make a pretty sound during all of this, but I promise you it'll do the trick. You just have to keep going until it's the perfect sticky consistency. Mine actually was a little bit too soft for my liking, so I added a little bit of chia seeds on top with some extra oats. And don't worry about them being all the same size. It's not a big deal if there's some inconsistency there. So I actually just pop these in the refrigerator and they're usually gone within the first couple of days. Next up is my chickpea tuna crackers. Not the crackers, just the chickpea tuna. This is another really simple recipe that I love making and just kind of storing in the fridge to have on hand. I take all the ingredients and I throw them into one big bowl before mixing them up and smashing them. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing meal you've ever had, but I promise it tastes so good. So I like to add diced cucumber, but I've seen people add onions, celery. It's really up to you. It's just for that extra crunch. I served it with crackers here, but a lot of times I'll just throw it on a grilled sandwich and call it a day. So this part is completely optional, but I love kraut or pickles along with my tuna crackers. This next recipe is my absolute favorite to share with you guys, and I know it's gonna seem like a lot of ingredients, but it's so versatile. You can take away or add anything that you like. This is everything that I used here. These are just the nuts I had on hand. I like to chop them up a little bit. Don't mind my belly in there. I love sweet and salty, so that's why I added salt in here, but it's not really a necessity. I wish I had more dried fruit on hand, but all I had were dates, but it ended up really working out. My biggest tip is to mix all the dry ingredients first before adding the coconut oil and the maple syrup. Instead of maple syrup, you can add agave or honey. It's completely up to you. Again, the consistency here was a little bit too wet, so I added a little bit more protein and some extra oats on top. Basically just spread it super thin on a pan and pop it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I burnt mine a little bit, but it ended up still tasting really good. And I store it in this jar And to be honest, it's already gone and it's the next day, but it should last you about a week or so in an airtight container. So that's actually it for this video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. If you have a recipe that you'd like me to make, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I'll see you guys next week.